Alright, hello everyone. Just a moment as we ensure that we are actively broadcasting here after a brief incident here.
There we go.
Alright, looks like we should be actively broadcasting. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z2. So, for those who were not here last time, where to begin with what happened last time? To start off with, Crow is currently moving as a part of the covert operations team of Zexus. We wound up splitting into two groups, with the sort of openly acknowledged members of Zexus heading off on one path, and the more unsavory, I suppose, members headed down another, or those who the UN really shouldn't be acknowledging as a part of their team. Because the two groups have split up, various people were free to go ahead and try and take their shot at the covert team, meaning that groups from the three great houses came after us. We had a group from the Britannian Union, led by Graham Acker again and his flags, and we had a group led by one Zex Marquise coming at us from the AEU and Oz. This did not end well for either of them. They both got pretty badly trashed and realized they really needed to upgrade their machines. Graham Acker was hoping that the head of his division would be able to come up with some sort of new mech for him based on the combat data they'd obtained against the Gundams here today. And at the same time, he told Zex about this story he'd heard about some super powerful unit that had been locked away a while ago and was the basis of the Leos, known as the Tall Geese. Upon hearing that, he decided to try and set off and discover it for his own. However, the covert squad of Zexus was sent on yet another mission. They received an urgent transmission from Elgin Roddick telling them to go and help out with the retrieval and recovery of a top-class secret item which was being transported by a government for anti-image research. This led to us re-encountering the 303rd Special Task Force for anti-image stuff, Holland and the crew of the Gecko Go we had encountered earlier when Crow got trashed by Moby Dick. And they had added a new member to the ranks, a young boy named Renton Thurston. So together they wound up taking out the Image that were attacking this transport craft and using that chance to sneak aboard and rescue the item that was being taken along. A young girl known as Eureka. If any of you have seen Eureka 7 before, great! This is not the TV series but the movie version, so everything is completely different. Following that, they wound up all under attack from a horde of dimensional beasts, including Moby Dick showing up once again. But before he could be dealt with, a mysterious man showed up piloting a mech that was very white but was covered in ominously glowing red crystals. He tried to kill Crow, but failed and disappeared, and Moby Dick wound up fleeing with him. And so that's where we stand as of last episode. So let's see where we're heading now. The Kingdom of Azistan. Azistan? Something like that. Back to the Ptolemies. And so that's how the fights have been till now. So Moby Dick got away? Yeah. Fortunately, I wasn't able to finish him off. Don't look so down. Next time we meet, I'll definitely be sure to take him out. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself that I had to rely on someone like you. I wanted to be the one... wanted to be the one to take revenge for Mom, Dad, my friends, my teachers. Don't think too much about it now. This is my job after all. But trust me, I know plenty well how you feel. And so that's why I decided to go ahead and report this to you. Don't try and act all cool here. If you keep on spouting off like this and lose, what are you gonna do? Well, what are you gonna do then? I'm thinking about it now! Don't worry. You pros don't fit. It's a pro's job not to fail. I hate that I have to rely on someone as laughable as this guy. Seems like before learning how to deal with dimensional beasts, you should probably brush up on your manners a bit more. Even if I was to say that, I don't know that the chief would be able to teach you anything about that. Oh, shut it! If you got the time to be yammering away like that, hurry up and chase down that monster! Let's see. Be sure to tell the chief about that mysterious intruder we had. Could be... Let's see. Could be that he's someone... And the rich guy... Someone the president sent to try and get in our way. Zexus's covert squad is currently in Azdistan. If you guys find out anything about what's going on, be sure to tell me. Wait a minute! What? Have you come up with something else to call me? That's... Please be careful. Got it. Dying and leaving... Just dying and abandoning my dad would be way too inconvenient. The Imperial Palace of Azdistan. And Marina Ismail again. Hello, Setsuna's girlfriend, although I don't think you've met him yet. Let's see. With this, I've brought Representative Dorian from the United Nations. Thank you, Suin. Let's see. No. No, I've seen off Representative Dorian. From your expression, it seems as though the conference isn't progressing very well. Well, even if well, it's something that can't be helped, is it? Let's see. Ah, yes. Considering the political unease in the country, receiving any support is going to be difficult. If we make even a single mistake, we'll start yet another war. But if we don't have the support from outside this country, and that's precisely why you should know precisely what you need to do as the Imperial Princess. It is true that you may have been raised by an ordinary family as an ordinary girl. Ah, yes. However, due to the reformation of the country here, you who bear the blood of the imperial family were chosen as the first princess. Let's see. And then, in order to reform this troubled country, you decided to take help from outside. Let's see. But as a result of that, the people who came in from outside the country, they decided to fight and start yet another conflict. Let's see. As a result of that, the country is currently split in two between the Reformationists who support you and the Conservatives who are adamantly against it. Let's see. Your job as the person in charge of this country is to stop that fight and reunite the country. I know, but still. Marina. Let's see. I've known you since well before you became the Imperial Princess, and that's precisely why I can say this. Unless you change yourself, this country will never change. It's time. I'll go ahead and bring in the next guest. The reforms I carried out to try and help this country just started yet another fight. Is it really true that without any sacrifices, neither people nor the country, not even the world will change? Oh, how nice to meet you, Princess Marina Ismail. I'm Carlos Axion Jr. of the Axion Corporation. I'm the Princess of the Kingdom of Liminasia, Seiei Regis. I am the first Princess of Kingdom of Azdistan, Marina Ismail. I've been waiting for the two of you. The Kingdom of Azdistan. This is just about perfect, isn't it? Marina Ismail. I'm very sorry to say this, but for the sake of our plan, we'd like to use this country. That's not going to be good at all. Just the city streets here now. Oh, and of course we've got the Quiet too.
But it's not the Quiet Trio.
Even more silence. Why are you following me? This is my mission. Simragi Leonoria and Lokon Stratos requested it. Yes, Claire, I know you love me. I know you love me, girl, but you're getting a bit in the way. Are you... So you're my guardian, hmm? No, you're my observer. Thanks to your actions earlier, the higher-ups requested someone to monitor your movements. And in addition, this country of Azistan is to you... Silence. This is a good chance. I have something I want to ask you. What? Why did you become an agent of the colonies? Isn't it rude to just keep asking things of another without answering anything about yourself? As soon as I realized it, I was already in the middle of a war. Let's see. When I was already fighting as a part of a guerrilla group. After that, I was scouted by them and became an agent. Them? The people who gave me the Gundam. They're exactly the same as me. What? You were raised in the middle of conflict and given a Gundam by someone else. But I am different from you. What do you mean? I have no intention of answering. Heero? Is that you, Heero? Merlina Dorian. Why are you here? I came along to help out with my father's business. Representative Dorian, huh? Is that person there one of your friends? Merlina Dorian. Let's see. The daughter of the UN's... What is his job precisely? Her father is working for the UN for the sake of peace, but let's see here. What is specifically the name of his job? UN Secretary of Foreign Affairs? Something like that.
Okay.
I mean, you should be able to find that pretty easily, but...
No, because different titles. I believe.
No?
He was the king of a country.
Oh well. Either way, yes. Secretary of Foreign Affairs... Daughter of the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Dorian. But why does she know? This man is a local. All I did was ask him to show me around. It's no good if you rely on that guy. He's from Crucius after all. Crucius? Isn't that the neighboring country that got taken over by Azistan 6 years ago? You should be able to tell if you just look at his face. This isn't the sort of place for people like you to be. Hurry up and get out of here! That's right. Get out of here, Crucius scum!
Vice Minister Darlian.
Vice Minister.
And his last name apparently is Darlian, not Dorian.
Darlian, okay. Darlian, rather than Dorian. Alright, that's acceptable.
I fully understand why you say that, since that is how it's written.
Yes, it is written as... Dorian, but it's Darlian. Okay. We're named Darlian. Hurry up and leave!
Silence.
They're not happy. Discrimination is bad, everyone.
Sometimes
Especially if
it's
the
allowed.
person you're discriminating against is the pilot of a giant robot. That's a really bad idea. Main Plaza. So this is the Imperial Palace of Azistan, huh? But is this really okay? I mean, even if we've got free time, We're just walking around the city like this? Don't worry about it. It's not like there's anyone who knows we're members of Zexus or anything like that.
Don't say that out loud.
Yeah, probably shouldn't be chatting about that in broad daylight. But who knows, maybe there are enough passersby to, you know, make it unimportant. Let's see. But the reason we're here in the first place is because we heard that the WLF had a hideout here. Let's see. We need to go. We'll just go ahead and leave the planning of the mission to Zero and Sumeragi. Miss Sumeragi. We've got no reason to be hanging around there. Yeah. We just need to wait for them to finish collecting information. And what's wrong with going sightseeing for a bit? I agree. I mean, look at them over there. They're enjoying a date. This is incredible. There are so many people. Is that so? Well, even if you say there's a lot, there's only about 10 people around here. But this is the first time I've been able to walk around outside like this. Rekka. Back in Warsaw and when I was taking the military research labs, I was always locked up in my room. It's fine, Rekka. You don't have to think about the past. And I'm here with you now. And so's Nirvash. So I'm sorry to butt in here when things are heating up between the two of you, but we're here as well, remember? Huh? See. I don't know what may have happened when you guys passed, but since you're a part of Zexus here, I don't intend to press you about it. But remember, we're all here with you as well. That's exactly right. It's perfectly fine if you're trying to act as her knight or something like that. You need to remember to rely on us a bit as well. You're a pretty nice guy despite your face, aren't you? What do you think you're saying? That's an interesting thing to say, kid. I like you. I'm sorry. I just said what I was thinking. I just accidentally blurted out what I was thinking. You. I can't follow up on what he's saying at all. I'm sorry. I was just going to say that even if your face is scary, you're a nice person. I'll leave it alone. And, if you're just digging your hole deeper for yourself with like this. It's perfectly fine for him to just be honest like that, isn't it? I'm starting to like him even more. Yes, thank you very much! Renton. So the girlie finally smiled, huh? Ha, you're pretty cute. Musashi. Musashi, if you keep smiling like that, she's just gonna start crying again. It's fine. I know that, even Rekka has realized that Mr. Musashi's face may be scary, but he's a nice guy. You're saying too much about my face now, kid! Let's see. What do you think these two are like? They are... those two are two peas in a pod, those Renton and Rekka kids. Yeah, seems like it. Let's see. They definitely seem a lot nicer than the other members of that independent force or whatever. Let's see. It seems as though the other members of that team aren't intending to deal with people any more than necessary. Isn't that fine? Aren't we all the same about it? Yeah, Zero and Celestial Being are like that too. In other words, this group of Zexus is just nothing but people like that. Huh. How unusual to run into other Japanese out here. Don't tell me, are you Isabelle Cronkite? Huh, seems as though I'm pretty famous, huh? Of course, Isabelle. Well, you won a Pulitzer Prize for your article, Is Dan Cougar Necessary on the Battlefield? Are you also a journalist? Yes. I'm currently working with Isabelle on a project. But since multiple major journalists are here, does that mean something's happening here right now? It's going to be happening soon. What do you mean? see. It's just a hunch. But we've come here following Dan Cougar and Celestial Being. Are you still hung up on that Dan Cougar thing? See. Dan Cougar's existence itself and its goals are completely unknown. I've been putting my pride as a journalist on the line here as I've been chasing it down. But you're also chasing that Celestial Being thing? As you've seen on the news, they've both been showing up a lot on the battlefields. Let's see. Well then. But because of that, would it be safe to assume they were also investigating the Black Knights? Or their connection with the Black Knights? Well, as a journalist, it's our job to track that down and figure it out. If you collect the facts and line them up, that's where you'll find the truth. We've been acting this whole time on that basis. So what's with that prediction thing you had before? Are you interested? Well, I mean, we came here to sightsee on a limited break. There's something dangerous going to be happening. You probably ought to hurry up and get out of here. Alright then. This is a bit of secret information we've gotten, but I've heard that the World Liberation Front has infiltrated this country. World Liberation Front? Aren't those international terrorist guys? Why would they do that? We don't know the full details of it, unfortunately. But as you do know, us stands currently in a state of political unrest. Let's see. It seems as though they've joined hands with the conservatives and are trying to pull off something. Let's see. But the World Liberation Front's been operating all over the world. Why on earth would they be targeting a small country like this? I know. Let's see. I mean, isn't this a poor country? I mean, they don't have any sorts of fossil fuels or anything like that. They've got nothing of importance. Even so, it is a country. If terrorists are able to take over a single country, there'll be a huge effect. Let's see. Let's see. By doing so and declaring independence, they'll have a lot of special priorities given to them. If you can influence the government, you'll be able to mobilize the citizenry as fighting force, even. Sounds pretty scary, doesn't it? The WLF's acquired quite a bit of money here recently, it seems, as well. Something like taking over a whole country might not be too far off. And so as a result of that, you think Asdestan would be a prime target, huh? But if they're going to do that, that would mean that one of their first targets would be to take out the Imperial Princess Marina Ismail. I see, as she's the voice of the Reformationists, and the biggest symbol against the Conservatives. She definitely would be a priority target, wouldn't she? Ah, that's scary. Yeah, I couldn't have imagined something like that would happen in a country like this. I know. We should hurry up and end our trip here and get out of the country. Thank you, Miss Isabel. We'll be sure to make use of that information you gave us. Wait a minute! They left already, huh? Is that okay, Isabel? To keep on chattering on about our precious information with them? I did it on purpose. I was interested how they'd react. Don't tell me, you think they're a member of the World Liberation Front? Let's see. That red-haired girl in the center there. She's the racer and top model who vanished a couple of months ago. Hidaka Aoi. Come to think of it, it was right around the time she vanished that Dan Cougar and Celestial Beings started becoming more active. Do you think that Aoi has something to do with them? Of course I don't have any proof of that, but my gut says that there's something tying the two together. But if they know about the movements of the World Liberation Front, it could be that Den Cougar and Celestial Being, something really going to happen here in this peaceful country? Yep. Outskirts of Azdistan. Ruins left over from the war. Why did you run? I didn't run away. However, I determined that if I remained there, it would only lead to pointless complications. You really were a friend of Heero's, weren't you? Your eyes are exactly the same as Heero's. There's some... Past all of the... there's some strong will I can feel at the back of them. Heero Yuuy, why did you bring the girl with you? Since she's found out who we are, we can't allow her to go back. Stop it. Why? Do you not intend to carry out your mission? Answer me. Why would you place yourself in danger to protect that girl? Even... I don't know. But... I don't know either. Were you acting on emotions? That's so. Heero. Who's there? I'm sorry. I didn't intend to startle you.
Hello to you as well. Hopefully we'll catch up soon.
Hopefully. See, this is the secret place I always go to when I'm worried. So I couldn't have imagined that there would be people out here. And hello. Setsuna and Marina's first meeting. It's quite a place to do so. Please don't worry. When I'm here, I'm just another citizen of Azdistan. I'm from Cruzus. Wait, please, won't you tell me more about that? Marina Ismail, I have nothing to say to you. Marina Ismail, the Imperial Princess of Azdistan. Wait, Heero! I need to talk to you! I have no intention of listening. And they just walk off. How the hell did you two fall for these guys? I honestly have to wonder how this happened.
Relina's case you can blame on the 90s.
Sure.
People like Squall.
Sure, yeah.
Setsuna is at least a decent person later. For a while.
I know, but still, that is a very bad start.
Very shocking. But hey, I think that's the second time we've actually had a vote for a route split.
Nice.
Wherever that goes.
We shall see where that goes. But yes. I don't think we're going to have much Gurren Lagann's story for a while. The next time the story of Gurren Lagann should show up should be a part of the main story rather than a route split.
With Kamina.
Yes. Although we will, however, near the end have a route split, which is between Gurren Lagann and some other stuff, as the end of Act 2 of the series. Do you know those two boys? I don't know about the guy from Cruzus, but the other guy... Is he one of your friends? Yes. And also, he tried to kill me. What? Are you Marina Ismail? And you people are? We'll have you come with us. Of course, there's no point in resisting. Don't tell me, you're the Conservatives? We are the World Liberation Front! International terrorists? We'll only be called that until today. Along with the Conservatives of Azdistan, we shall protect this country! Marina Ismail, we shall take you as a hostage for this. Please, hurry up and run! I won't let that. Since she's spotted us here with you, we'll have her come with us as well. Heero. What a start. Chapter 18.
Heero Yuuy.
Leading on towards tomorrow, or something like that. What do you intend to do by kidnapping me? We're just going to have you carry out your mission, your job as Imperial Princess like usual. However, everything having to deal with the government will be left to us of the World Liberation Front. What are you doing? Wait! We didn't hear anything about that! See. Were we supposed to be the ones to take over what she was doing and have her return this country to the way it was supposed to be? Let's see. You fools. In the name of conservatism, there's no way you could try and change the world. What? Unless we have a country of our own, there's no way our ideals will be transmitted to the world. Okay, you've got quite a few forces. Those are... We've already gone ahead and cleared up your allies. Of course. This operation will be carried out as the World Liberation Front has planned it. How? What do you intend to do with this country? This country will become the World Liberation Front's base of operations. And from here we shall launch our crusade to take over to change this world. But that's impossible. How many lives do you think will change as a result of your liberation? You need strength to be able to change things. Just look at those celestial beings and those colony Gundams. Even if they don't have any ideals or goals, as long as they have power, they can change the world as much as they want. Wait, something's approaching the area. What? Could the Imperial force, the government forces couldn't have possibly found his. No, this is... And time to deploy. You only get 10 units, so make them count.
Definitely. Definitely. Oh, hey, Dunkerino's already out.
More importantly...
And Crow's already out.
Crow's already out, the Wing's already out, and the Exia's already out, so it's a little bit easier. Probably going to want to deploy both of them. Heavy Arms and Sandrock?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Heavy Arms and Sandrock are pretty good.
Left and up.
Yes, positioning for Zero's tactical commands isn't quite as important as it'll be when you get Neki Basara, but still important.
This looks fairly good.
You have all your healers in the far corner there, but all of your healers and repair units and such. But
one. Is this should be repair, right?
No.
So one character is repair, two characters is not.
Yes.
All right, that looks.
Yes. Ogi is one character. Then we get the Nova Eagle. Celestial being? They already realize what we're doing here? So long as we have the data, we can instantly tell what terrorists are doing. That's impressive, Zero. Oh, there really was a World Liberation Front hideout where you showed us. Since your tactical forecast had provided the same information, there was a fairly obvious outcome. Don't come here! We have the Imperial Princess! They've already I knew it. They'd already kidnapped her? What should we do, Zero? At this rate, there's no need to worry. All units, commence attack! Is that okay, Zero? You do not care about her life! There it is. A criminal's favorite phrase. Fools. What do you intend to do by killing the person you kidnapped her in order to be able to make use of her? What point do you have in killing her? After all, she's also the source of all the unrest that's happening in this country. If she were, in fact, to die, it might even be better for this country. Celestial beings targets are everyone who would start wars. Are they really intending to just let the princess die? Since it's come to this, we'll have to crush them with force. Everything is as we predicted. That Zero guy's pretty impressive. Well, he's got that much confidence. Well, since he's got that much confidence in his bluffs, there's not really much you can say against him. So long, all that's left now for is us to take out their front lines and trust Setsuna and the others to do their job. That's unusual. To think that those two unlikable guys would deliberately volunteer for a rescue mission. I knew it. For Setsuna, this is country's a special place, huh? But what about Heero? See? I guess after working together for so long, he decided he wanted to give Setsuna a hand. I can't see him being the kind of guy who'd do that out of the goodness of his heart, though. But lock on. Leaving Setsuna and Heero alone, why did Crow go? Well, jobs like this are perfectly suited for him. You mean they're gonna become money? I'll leave it to your opinion. Alright then, let's go! Kurara, Sakuya, Johnny! We've gotta make sure to give Miss Isabel a good story for the info she gave us. And so we've gotta show off Den Cougar's Nova's appeal. Alright, everyone, hurry up and defeat the World Liberation Front. And while we're busy drawing their attention, they'll go ahead and the others will rescue the hostages. Alright. So, destroy enemies, don't let your battleships get sunk, don't let Den Cougar die, and for the SR point, win within 2 phases. 2 allied phases. So not even 2 turns. Good luck.
So I have to destroy everything within 2 allied phases.
Yep.
Okay, that should be doable, but difficult.
Move everyone as far as possible.
First things first.
Yes, you can... Do you want the Scope Dog? Or do you want the Den Cougar and the Virtue? No, not Virtue. The Dynamis. I would say the Dynamis is the better choice. So, I mean, Scope Dog's good, but... So, that allows you to increase the range of all weapons save map by 2 for a single turn.
Nice.
Ah, Votoms. Good music.
Surprisingly good PS2 game.
Yes. It has some surprisingly good games too, as we've found here.
If anyone is interested in watching us play through those, I highly doubt you are, but hey.
Would make for a nice one-shot at some point at least. Running around in an armored trooper.
And outside of one.
Yes. I mean, Shiriko can more than fight on his own. If you're gonna do that, you should go right up to him and punch with the assault knife, I'd think.
And I can just hear the trumpets going in the background.
Yes. Would you describe the overall OST of Votoms as jazzy?
Yes.
Yes.
I would describe it as jazzier than Persona 5.
Which is, you know, kind of impressive. But yeah.
Because Persona 5's opening is... its entire OST isn't quite... jazz.
No, but he's clearly jazz-inspired.
Yes. There's a lot of things like... I believe the term is acid jazz.
Yes, I do believe that is the term they used for it.
Where it's not the same as regular jazz, it's got other things thrown in.
Yes.
That said, it's a darn good OST.
Yes, I definitely think my favorite thing about the Sandrock is its shoulders. They're so very unique.
They are. But they don't... They look far better when they have a cape on them.
Yes, it does have a nice cape.
I think it's actually an ABC mantle.
Not quite. I don't think its one is ABC. Anti-beam coating. I'm pretty sure that it's just kind of, I'm pretty sure that it's just for desert camo. Yes. The Endless Waltz Sandrock looks very good.
Okay, just because I have to see these things again to just go, are these the ones I think they are?
I also just have to laugh at the fact that its special upgrade from non-original series is known as the Sandrock Armadillo.
What?
Yes.
I haven't seen that.
So yes, it's...
Lockdown was unnecessary there.
Yeah. Okay, you've got the Heavy Arms, which goes to Heavy Arms Igel.
From the Glory of Losers.
I don't think it was just Glory of the Losers, but yes, from side story stuff. The Sandrock's alternate version is the Sandrock Armadillo, which is, more than unnecessary in its extra armoring.
I love it.
It does not need enormous shields that are half the size of its body, much less two of them.
I know exactly why those shields are so large, though. I'm willing to bet.
What would you say?
For the same reason that the wing has an absurdly large shields that you don't see. Because they're not considered fully...
I was going to say for atmospheric reentry, but...
No, they're for ammo storage.
I wouldn't think the Sandrock would need ammo storage, but...
Think about what the Sandrock's job is.
Well, it does have resupply in multiple games. I'll give you that much.
I was saying more, its primary thing is it's the support unit. So it would make perfect sense for it to be holding all of the wing's ammo.
Yeah, it could.
You are getting a lot of kills here, sir.
Well, that's good. Apparently the Shenlong's one is the Shenlong Yaoya. Apologies to any Chinese if I've absolutely butchered that, which I probably have.
He's just gotten 6 kills this turn.
Well, the Dynamis is designed for taking out enemies, and these are mostly pretty weak. I mean, armored troopers, it doesn't take much to kill an armored trooper.
It's less that and more just... I'm amazed that...
He's doing that well?
Yeah. 2 turns is not a dream now.
Yep. Your only real problem is the genocide run.
And as long as that thing attacks the getter, I'm perfectly fine. I think I have
Heavy Arms
several
has taken
people
a
that
lot of
need healing.
damage. Spiral Getter Beam. Yes, the Shenlong Gundam's upgrade just gives it a sort of halberd sword on a chain and a shield. The Shenlong doesn't have a shield for some reason. I don't know why the Shenlong doesn't have a shield.
I hope its shield's like the Gad's shield, where it can fire missiles.
It does have a little gap in the center where it might conceivably fire missiles. I don't know. I am both at once amused and saddened at the fact that neither the Wing nor the Death Scythe were given. It was not seen fit to give either the Death Scythe or the Wing their own special upgrade package. Like the Armadillo and Igel. But you know, at the same time, it's also probably a good thing. They're good enough on their own. This is just the Endless Waltz Death Scythe.
Oh right, Endless Waltz regular Death Scythe.
Yes. I'm just looking at the designs here to see what changes were made, but yes, the Death Scythe didn't have any changes for upgrade versions. It's just, you know, normal Endless Waltz and the Hell. So. You
need to heal.
Also, as a fun note, if you go to the Gundam Wiki and look up Wing, it takes until the 6th entry or so to get to anything that is actually Gundam Wing.
Really?
4 of the first 5 are in fact episode titles,
Okay.
and one of them is from a game, which is a boss suit from a video game, somewhat based on the Wing.
Yep, I was right. That's genocide going right out.
And the Wing Gundam itself doesn't show up until about the 10th result.
SR point acquired.
Yep. We've confirmed the World Liberation Forces have been defeated. All that's left is to rescue the princess now. Hurry up, Setsuna.
Right, I didn't have the Exia available. I didn't even notice.
Yes. World Liberation Front hideout. Underground room. I'm sorry. It's all thanks to me that you got wrapped up in this. But it isn't your fault at all, oh, Lady Marina. No. It's precisely because I'm inexperienced that this country's been dragged into the... This country's still wrapped up in war. Let's see. See. My father has values your opinion very highly, Princess Marina. Despite the number of problems afflicting your country, you've still been trying your best to resolve them through peaceful methods. Yes, my name is Relina Darlian. My father is the special advisor to the United Nations. So you are the daughter of Minister Darlian. Let's see. My father decided to bring me along to Azdistan here in order to try and teach me a bit about his work. Princess Marina. Even though your father may value me highly, I'm still completely lost. Just like those terrorists said. And this war's just gonna keep on going if I try and keep on pressing ahead with the reforms. Let's see. A long time ago, there was a country that tried to solve everything through peaceful methods and threw away its arms. Since long ago, I've longed for this land to be a place like that country, but it's been nothing more than ideal so far. And that country is... Let's see. That country's government and ideals both died out a long time ago, along with its ideals of absolute pacifism. What? The Senk Kingdom, which espoused the ideals of absolute pacifism. See? A country such as that could only be but a passing dream in this world right now. The Senk Kingdom? Oh look, I hear gunshots. And someone smashed through the wall.
Oh, look, I hear gunshots.
Yes.
That is a sentence.
It certainly is. Miss Relina, please get behind me! Are you safe? You're that... Heero. You came as well? We've taken out the World Liberation Front. We're leaving. You guys defeated the terrorists? Even if the enemies were just terrorists, to be able to do that without any wounds? No. Even if they were terrorists, to have taken them all out without giving them a chance to even talk? You might have been able to solve things peacefully. You're just like that celestial being. What do you know about celestial being? I know that wars are pointless. But if you just try and forcefully intervene in them, you'll just be causing further casualties amongst the people. Let's see. Do they think of themselves as gods? If a war breaks out, people die. Yes, that is a very astute observation, Setsuna.
It is on par with the likes of
People die when they are killed. And you die if you are killed? Yes.
Yes.
People die if they are killed. But yes, if a war starts, people die. Unless it is solved very, very, very quickly. Like in 30 minutes or less. There have been a couple of wars that have taken less than an hour.
Or if it's forgotten immediately. There was one war that was mentioned that was forgotten immediately and went on for, technically, 20-odd years.
Okay.
It was mentioned on QI.
Yes. I'm just thinking here. One of my wonderful history classes taught me about. There was in fact a war in Japan which went on for under a day. I believe it was under like 5 hours or something like that. When Britain declared war on a single province of Japan. I think it was Satsuma, but I could be wrong. But yes, it's that they had a bunch of revolutionary guys there who were pissed off at the government and foreigners and stuff. And so Britain just declared war on a single province of Japan. It was wrapped up very quickly with superior British firepower. History is so very interesting, isn't it? Anyways, let's see. But interference like that is completely one-sided. Without even trying to talk to them or understand them, and you're just crushing them single-sidedly with force. That's just wrong. While you try and talk, more people will just die. But you're the ones who... You as Estanians are the one who crushed Cruises. That may be right. But in the end, the two countries were able to reach a peaceful... But while that happened, more people died. You don't tell me. It's been 6 years since the war ends. You were so young. But were you fighting there? Back then, and even now. My codename is Setsuna F, Seiei, one of Celestial Being's Gundam Meisters. Marina is male. You're attempting to change this country through peaceful means. But all that does is prolong the conflict and cause even more pointless deaths. But there is no God in this world, and that's why. Alright, then let me ask. Do you really think that your methods will be able to stop wars? We can. No, you can't. All of the people who lose their friends, lose their family, lose their loved ones because of what you've done will never forgive you. Wars will just bring about more wars. Wars bring about more wars? That's exactly right. See? Just by taking away the means with which to fight, wars won't disappear. Alina, wars bringing about more wars. Are you saying that our methods won't get rid of wars? That I can't become a Gundam? Oh, Setsuna. What are you doing, Setsuna? Heero? Hurry up and get the girls and get out of here! I'm a Gundam. Get a hold of yourself, Setsuna! If you die here, everything's gonna come to an end for you, okay? Heero, I leave Setsuna to you. Hurry up and get him out of here. I'll back you up. Understood. Heero, if you don't want to die, follow us. Yes. That Setsuna guy's wavering. What on earth they said to shock him that much? Wait a minute. That guy was talking about Gundams. Don't tell me he told them he's a member of Celestial Being. There's no need to worry about that. Hello again.
You.
And he's got a name this time. How nice. Don't move! Lower your gun. I'm a member of the Estonian Military Special Operations Force. No, probably Intelligence Force.
Sure you are.
Yes. I'd come here in order to rescue the Imperial Princess, but it appears as though we were a tad late. Is that so? Oh, then what's with the way you're acting here? You seem completely concerned. Well, of course, that's because the Imperial Princess is about to die very soon here. What? Let's see. Ah, yes. After all, from what I was able to gather in my time here, the World Liberation Force had already planted several small-scale bombs into her body. In case the plan did wind up failing and she were to escape, they planned on detonating them immediately. Damn it! Gotta hurry up and let Setsuna know. Long bout of laughter. Ah, what a nice reaction. What? That was a lie. Yeah, but the fact that I'm a member of the military and the explosives. Ah, that's good. Suppose that counts as good news. But I can't. So I like people who tell such unfunny jokes like that. Unfortunately, I have no interest in becoming friends with you. With you. That voice. Don't tell me you're... Exactly. My name is I'm Liard.
I'm a liar.
Yes. He says his name includes I'm a liar. This is not a man who should be trusted in any way, shape, or form by anyone. And yes, we have indeed met before. Why are you here? Let's see. You were satisfied with just sending out dimensional beasts to hunt us down and are deliberately showing your face here? That's exactly right. To me, at least, you are something like a long-separated lover from our previous lives. What? Ah, what a nice reaction. You may seem to be someone who jokes around all the time, but you have some very honest parts about you, don't you? Are you really having that much fun toying around with my heart? Well, after all, screwing with your mind is my mission. Answer my questions. Why the hell are you hunting me down? Were you sent by the President? President? Ah, yes. Mr. Carlos Saxon Jr. is a precious friend of mine. Regardless of whether you're telling the truth or not, you're definitely suspicious. And if that's the case, then what will you do? It isn't something I'd really like to admit, but I'll just have to make you spit things out with force. Ah, once again, how very nice of a response. Even though my words may be shaky in your heart, you're still acting as if nothing's happened. However, you still aren't ready yet. You're going to need to waver far, far more than that. Unfortunately, my life is just filled with wavering and problems. At a point like this, I just have to say no thank you to increasing my problems. Let's see. Just before, you said you was forced to make me get things out. Let's see. I don't think I'd be so easy to crack. Are you really intending to get into a scrap with me and increase my problems that way? I don't enjoy such pointless methods as that. This is my weapon. Wait a minute. The ring is... Yes. My weapons are... these dimensional tremors. We've confirmed a distortion in the dimensional boundaries. Dimensional tremors occurring. This timing? What's happening here? And so now. Fun. A lot of higher class ones. So you've come, huh, Dimensional Beast? We've got another reaction on the radar. This is a Dimensional Beast. New enemies?
Invaders.
Invaders, huh? Exactly as their name implies. They'll show up out of anywhere, huh? Saragi! We retrieved Setsuna! Launch them as soon as possible! If it comes to this, we may have to fight both the invaders and the Dimensional Beasts. That I'm guy. Did he really make that dimensional tremor happen? If I try and believe what he's saying, I'll just keep on wavering. I need to forget what he said. Huh, seems like you were pretty lucky, huh, Crow? Well, your beloved dimensional beasts have come out to play. Yeah, it depends on the situation, though, doesn't it? I mean, I just finished the previous job. Right? That's just about time for pick up the data. I'll just have to forget about the past. Alright. I'll go ahead and forgive your actions there. That's... Heero! That guy! He used himself as a shield to protect the princess? But at this rate, Setsuna F, Seiei, you aren't a Gundam! But if that's the case, you just have to become one! I'll become a Gundam! I'll become a Gundam! You want one? You just have to become one. It's as simple as that. Is that still being in the Gundams from the colonies? Princess Marina, we need to hurry and run away. Yes. Ian, make sure the two of them are safe. Understood. All the units, advance to take out both the dimensional beasts and the invaders. We're going to protect both Marina and the princess. Alright. It's the one who was with the princess was Darlene's daughter? Let's see. Even though you'd seen them before, you didn't realize? Well, I mean, the two of you guys were... You and Zero were able to tell an instant are the impressive ones. Well, we'd met her several times at Ashford Academy. We can leave the talk for after. Now we just need to take care of these monsters first. Watch your back. Let's see. Looks like both of them are only got eyes for us right now. Isn't that interesting? At very least this is going to be more thrilling than dealing with terrorists. If we leave these guys alone, they'll go ahead and attack the capital. We need to take them out now. Can you do it, Setsuna? If you're going to say that you're different than me. See, if you're going to use your resolve to fight, then show it to me. Exia. Proceeding to eliminate the enemy. They're trying to protect Aztestan. See, even without anyone accepting them. Going so far as to use themselves as shields. Why on earth did they fight? Don't let Oi or Setsuna die.
Who? Oh.
Don't let Dan Cougar or the Exia explode.
Okay, fair enough.
So just quickly note here, you have several really large-scale dimensional beasts to deal with.
I noticed.
Helena, what are you? You didn't flinch before Celestial Being, and even when you threw my emotions into chaos. I can't understand it! Mission confirmed. Proceeding to eliminate targets. Swap out a bird mode.
Those 3 power cells that got to exchange so frequently.
Well, I mean, it's quite a weapon. It requires a lot of energy to fire something at that crazy scale.
Oh, 57 swords.
Well, of course he starts with higher will. Typically, if you're required for a chapter, you'll have higher will to start with.
Sure, let's go ahead and try to kill.
I'm not a Gundam. But if I'm not a Gundam... Dimensional Beast. I will eliminate you. Good luck, Setsuna. We can only hope you will.
If you get the kill, it'll be nice, because double action.
Yeah. But at least you've gotten the SR point already. And no, he did not. by a very small amount. No, not quite as small, but
That's the
Still
route
got
that
less
I'm
than-
willing to accept.
less than
Still
10%.
annoyed, but you know.
So off to the left, up and to the left, you have invaders, and just up you have dimensional beasts. Not gonna stay in place and use the Buster Shield?
The what?
Yeah.
Oh, say. That would work.
It says that's an attack we haven't seen. Yes, he can use his shield as a weapon. I just think it looks pretty hilarious.
It's his version of a rocket punch.
Yeah, just launch your shield at the guy instead. You didn't need that, did you? I mean, really, who needs a shield anyway?
Plenty of legendary heroes.
That depends. Depends on what type of legendary hero you're talking about.
Why do you not?
Because Troa has it.
I get from a gameplay standpoint why he doesn't.
You have one trust. How's the gutter looking? Yes, you can combine, but I would not recommend it at this point in time. For two reasons.
Why?
Firstly, your range goes down when you shift the Nova, and secondly, the fact that you fully heal when you shift over.
Screw it. I have a plan.
For your sake, I sincerely hope so.
I have a plan.
It's not a good plan, but it is a plan.
My plan is the Don Cougar Nova is a literal tank in this form.
Not literally a tank, but mostly a tank.
It's pretty much a tank. It can tank almost anything. I've just got to get a go and...
The worst Burai.
I mean, look how little damage it's taking.
He thinks his Vulcan cannons are going to be enough?
I don't. My only other option is that, so I'm going to trust it.
Nope. It's because of the barrier.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, I don't want to, but also... Hero, don't die.
It doesn't matter if Heero dies.
Yeah, it kind of does.
How about, in terms of losing the stage, it doesn't matter if Heero dies?
No, it's just the monetary loss.
I mean, yeah, it would be a bit of pain, but...
I love... Even with the decreased mobility. Then again, I have sunk a fair amount of points into Chirico.
Because Chirico's cheap to upgrade. Because mass-produced trash.
And also because he's fully worth it to upgrade.
I was going to say it's also because you did restore his mobility back to what it was. Almost.
Mostly.
Through use of special items.
I should purchase Ignore Size. If I haven't already. Or if he doesn't already have it.
He does not.
Although looking at the damage, it really might not matter.
Some of his attacks ignore size, but not too many. You're gonna use... What you gonna use? The shoulder rocket pod, or you do want to use the other one that you haven't yet?
Yeah, let's use the shoulder rocket pod. The other one has too few ammo, in my opinion.
Yeah. But in all honesty, you're highly unlikely to use it in most scenarios. It's like Sosuke's anti-tank dagger. It's something you really don't use, like, ever.
Okay, actually, that.
Chirico's fine. He doesn't need energy.
Does Chirico even have any energy-based attacks?
No.
In any form?
No.
So it's literally just for the one pack and flying. And for his full upgrade bonus.
Yes, it's literally just for flying and his full upgrade.
Oh, block.
Watch out! There's still more invaders coming!
Okay.
You didn't get called, you... What? Wait a minute. There's another unit approaching at high speed!
Oh, the R-Daigun.
Yes, it's the R-Daigun. What is that thing?
That was earlier than
To
expected.
beat up the invaders. Is that our ally?
And we are now on episode 8.
What's happening? Is it gonna take both us and the invaders on? Watch out, Team D! I'm picking up a generator signature that exactly matches the Nova. What? That's also a Den Cougar? Alright then, we'll leave taking it on to you. We don't even know what it is. It's too dangerous. Don't worry, Miss Sumeragi. Looks like it's just aiming at us. See. We may have taken out some of the invaders, but it's just a pain here. Interesting. Since you picked a fight, we'll go ahead and take you on. Alright then. All units, proceed to take out the invaders and dimensional beasts, and we'll leave the red unknown to Team D. Den Cougar and Nova. A red Den Cougar. And that's our enemy. Yes. Don't let Den Cougar die. Win by defeating dimensional beasts and invaders. You don't have to kill the R-Daigun. Now for another attack we haven't seen. I believe this should be his under-shoulder missiles. He's got a couple.
He's advancing. Yep.
Just some under-shoulder missiles, because why not? What's wrong with having under-shoulder missiles?
I feel like all they managed to do was make the scope dog more dangerous.
By
adding all these weapons.
You mean more dangerous to its pilot?
And to enemies. But primarily the pilot.
Assault combat.
Sure.
Bullet saber is really important for him to have.
Bullet saber, then ignore size.
Yep.
3 levels? Or is that only for 3?
It's only in Z3 that there are levels to ignore size. In Z2 and others, it's just a flat thing of it will ignore all size differences. Which is very nice.
But only upwards.
Mm-hmm. So you ignore the loss in firepower from small people like the Scope Dog taking on big units like those. Not that it looks to matter that much.
Primarily because Chirko is the god of crits. He's getting a lot of kills here.
Yeah, and you really want that. He's got a very good ace bonus.
Not as great as in point 2, but...
But still. I was going to say, though, if this survives, you may want to check and see what size it is comparatively.
I don't think it is going to survive.
Well, we'll see. I mean, he's just launching some rockets at it.
I'm somewhat saddened by that animation.
Why?
You can still see the missiles staying in there. Oh yeah, it did survive.
Yep. Just a bit. And I've got our Daigun using the Dan Stinger. What are you? Even if you are going to pick a fight, isn't there a limit to impoliteness? So you're just going to stay silent, huh? If that's the case, we're just going to have to beat you up. Sure. Good luck. Oh, and look, it blinks out.
Yes, because it can turn invisible.
Yes, I was just saying that not as an attack or anything, but just as it came in, like it flickered out. Yes, for those who are watching, that was not an audio, not a visual glitch, it's that, yeah, it can go invisible.
And that was about the end of Den Cougar Nova that I saw.
Yep. Because it's hard to find anywhere.
It's hard to find good quality versions of it anywhere.
But yep. Tank or dodge.
Crunchyroll might wind up getting it eventually here.
Since they have the original Dan Cougar.
Yeah. In their quest to obtain all anime. Oh, that was better than I expected.
They have a lot of HP.
They have less than I expected, though.
Oh. Let's quickly check.
I just want to before that.
Yes. So, quickly check. They're
L.
size L, so...
Yeah,
Okay.
about what I was expecting. HP and energy restore small.
Yeah. And so let's see what on earth the R Daigun has. This pilot has will up on dodge, counter level 5, see-through, and dash. So they can get just about anywhere. It has jamming functionality. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Has the Dan Stinger and the twin Dan Blades. Okay.
It should be Dan Twin Blade.
It's Dan Blade Twin, is how it's written.
Because
But
it
Dan Blade
is.
Twin does not sound right.
Because what it is
It's more like Sergei's paddle sword from Chrono Cross than it is twin blades, right? It's like one blade with twin
yes. I
edges.
was gonna say I don't know what you're talking about here, but I'm going to go yes.
Yes. You don't remember Chrono Cross?
I never played Chrono Cross, but
Yes. The protagonist of Chrono Cross has a very unique weapon, which is worth taking a look at if you never have. It's basically a handle, and then it's got a wide, broad blade on one side, and then an identical wide, broad blade on the other side. And it was explicitly marked as like a paddle sword or something like that. Because he was a fisherman.
Oh god!
What? Your energy is,
Gone.
yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to. I'm gonna...
You're going to wing mode and then escape. You have Excel on him, remember?
Wing mode to freedom.
If you can even fly that far.
Good enough.
Tamaki! You're the one on the right. Send the other one over to him. He needs it.
What?
Guy on the right. Your other Barai.
Him?
No. Your other Barai. Heero needs resupplying.
Ah, yes. Desperately.
Wouldn't recommend it.
No.
Really wouldn't recommend that.
Not with those hit chances, anyway.
Yep, just keep on plodding along. It's worth checking how many... Yeah, you've still got a couple of tough dimensional beasts left. You should be able to take out the
everything's on
Ardaigun.
that side. So...
Remember, you don't need to kill the Ardaigun, but you'll probably get some nice goodies if you do.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
You want to use the top one. It's probably not going to target him. Yes.
That's
Sand
wall.
rocks.
Top one wall.
Yeah. Just 10 damage from a single hit. Yep. The Cross Crusher. Kind of ox-like his shield looks with that on. Okay, that's a decent amount, but don't skip. Because now we have the Denblade Twin.
As it poses like Master Asia.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if that's intentional, but that is totally what it is.
Probably. Yes. For those... And then vanishes. For those who do not know, the Z series features... The Super Robot Wars Z series features every single alternate Gundam universe at the time of creation, save G Gundam. Now, I can't imagine why they wouldn't want to include G Gundam, but they didn't.
Well, there's exactly one reason why.
It's because it's a major pain for them every time they have to do it, because they have to do so much brushing up on the models.
But they're going to be fine for a little while now.
Yeah, because for the most recent series, they went ahead and redid G Gundam.
They'll be fine for at least 1 or 2 more console generations, I think.
Something like.
It's not like this is ever going to get super fancy graphics.
Probably. But yeah.
They care more about the artistic style than, you know, Not sure what the word I was looking for there was.
But yeah. So they go ahead. And there is, of course, 2 other Gundam timelines that are not in use here. But for both of them, I would recommend applying something defensive if you haven't. Someone should. Nope. Him. Automon and Sakuya. Yep. So.
This might kill.
I doubt it, but it could.
But it might.
Yes.
Aw.
While Francesca has wandered into the room, she's not going to allow herself to be showed off, however. Okay.
But she's in the room.
Yes. So, what was I saying? Yes, there have since been 2 more Gundam alternate timelines that have been introduced. Actually, technically 3.
Age, G-Reco, and...
Yes, so this does not include Gundam Age, Reconquista in G, or Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Right.
It does not include Orphans because, well,
Didn't
Orphans
exist.
didn't exist until several years after this series ended.
Sure, get the kill.
On the other hand, I'm not certain about G-Reco, but by the time the final installment in the Z trilogy came out, Gundam Age had existed for a while. But...
G-Reco was 2013. So was G-Goku.
So theoretically, G-Reco would have been available, but for those who do not know about Gundam Reconquista in G, it was kind of a major flop.
Maybe the movies will rectify it.
Maybe. But supposedly, Reconquista in G was supposed to be a 50-episode TV series that then got cut down to a 26-episode series.
Which
That then got cut down to a 12-episode series.
Wasn't it 13?
Something
No,
like
probably
that.
12.
But anyway,
Because-
it got cut in half, and then cut in half again, so they really weren't able to tell the story they wanted to at all.
The second one, I believe, was... The reason given was Yoshiki Termino saying, I'm an old man.
So yeah.
I can't do this.
But hey, I personally think the G self looks pretty good at least.
Just don't go looking at the plot.
Yes, its
I
plot
have
is
made a
very
mistake of
convoluted
reading
though.
that.
Yes. Not yet! How persistent! If you're gonna try that hard, we'll just have to take you on after we finish the rest. So,
G-Reco was 2014.
yeah, don't.
Don't.
It has fully healed itself and applied the skill which means all damage taken is cut to a quarter.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, you could kill it again,
It would probably
but
give
it'd
something
probably be
super
an exercise
nice.
in futility.
It would probably give something super nice.
That's a good one. Yeah, probably would, but is it worth it? Probably not. And he doesn't have any defensive skills.
Okay.
Gonna have Crow use thighs.
I
Probably a
mean,
good
I'm
idea.
going over there anyway.
Sure.
It's
Why
not like I have anything better to do with this.
Let's see. That dimensional tremor earlier was that if that dimensional tremor was that I'm guy's work, and he was able to summon fourth dimensional beasts, what on earth is he? Does he really have the ability to cause dimensional quakes? Who knows?
And I'm actually going to let this play out because I want to see how much
damage
this
you
deals.
do?
I'm betting
It's a quarter of what it would normally be.
about 1,500 most.
It could be. But it's not gonna be good.
Even Chiriko could not kill this.
Hello. Wow. With any luck, that will go away next turn. There we go. One kitten acquired. Show off at least a little bit.
She's not really happy.
Yes, I know. Yep. Not even 1,000 damage, really.
No, it was over 1,000.
But not by much. It has 2,250. Something like that. So you just barely made over 1,000.
Yeah, try to use stay back. There we go. Move forward with that.
Yeah. Still got one unit you haven't moved?
It's Exia.
Of course it's the Exia.
We have barriers, so...
No, that one doesn't. If it's got the red horn, it's got a barrier. Doesn't, it's just a standard thing. Blow it away. And remember, any of his physical weapon attacks pierce barriers.
Which is 80% of his weapons.
Well, the GN sword and the 7 sword combination will. Oh no.
Maybe.
I don't think it will. At the very least, upgrade it to a stronger weapon. As I said.
Oh well.
Missile detonator. That'll probably be enough to punch through. Yep.
The missile detonator, if it's the one that I think it is actually just throwing a bunch of landmines and shooting them.
Okay. That seems really stupid, but yeah, I can see that happening.
Why are you attacking him?
May I recommend dodging?
Why?
Because they know he's just going to be, you know, fixing up that. I would have turned on for that, is that it's fire everything. It's always cool to see fire
I
everything.
thought it was just going to be doing the knife.
Nope. The knife, because the fire everything can be used at any range, but the thing is you can't use it post-movement. So given the option, it'll go for fire everything. Yeah, it no longer has the defensive barrier. So, if you think, I would recommend going ahead and saving here. Let me.
Go ahead and save. So that I don't do it again.
Yes. Alright. So, you now have a choice if you want to take out the dimensional beasts, or if you think you're going to chew through too much damage trying to take out the Ardaigun.
I'm going to beat the crap out of the Ardaigun.
Okay. Make sure to use any and all defensive skills you have.
Alright, first things first.
First things first, get the problems of not being able to read Japanese. Fourth option.
Why do they let you do it?
Do you really want to move him?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You see why
Yes,
I
I
do.
do see why. Because you wanted to have the
ACP5 support
support
attack.
attack. But yes. Francesca, would you be willing to come over and show off for the camera a bit?
I mean, today's the first day she's actually shown up here happily of her own volition fully,
Yeah.
rather than being placed outside the room. Aggressive cleaning.
Yes. You poor fool, you believe that our Daigun is the strongest existence on the world?
I believe the Getter team would have something to say about that.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're still fine. And you did a lot of damage. Who needs the EXP is the question.
Well, I can't even put Bless or anything on anyone.
You're gonna have him dodge. Yeah, I would apply that. Yes. But this will hurt.
You know, I'm gonna put it on just because I like this attack.
The Hyperjammer Slash is pretty cool, and we've only seen it once so far.
Twice.
Twice?
Once
Twice.
in one dynamic kill.
Ah, yes. Because he just statics out.
It is sort of the pinnacle of its animation, since I've seen it in other ones. It just doesn't look quite as good.
Well, I mean, it's always cool that it just kind of blinks out like that. Yeah, it's pretty low.
It's at the point where anything can kill it.
But who do you plan on using a lot that needs levels? Chirko, Dan Cougar, the Exia.
Not you.
Crow's Surprisingly low level compared to others.
He's one level lower, so I guess I'll give it to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Bayonet Spiker?
Is that this?
Yes. Wait. Yeah, you can't quite move him over to do that. I was gonna say use the Bayonet Spiker next to Lock On, but you could try the Bunker Break next to Lock On for a GM Snipe to ensure its demise.
Eh.
Alright, if you want to go ahead and use that.
Let's just absolutely ensure its demise. And also get a dynamic kill.
Yeah, they counter. Fun.
I trust Crow to survive at least one hit.
Probably.
Besides, I put instinct, didn't I? That's why I have a 100% hit chance.
Probably. I've at least got confidence in my ability to escape. I'll go for a touchdown with this.
Of course you do, as you are a
Chicago native.
Chicagoan. It's more of a Texan thing, but
Hey, kitties. Kitties. Don't fight kitties.
they're just play fighting.
Yes, I know, but still. Please don't.
I swear if you revive again.
You two are getting rather aggressive there. You two. Please stop.
They're just being kittens.
Yes, I know, but they're looking unusually rough at the moment.
Because they're on a nice surface.
Yes, where they can really dig in with their claws. I have my orders as the pilot of our Daigon.
Oh, our Daigon is spelled with an R.
Yes. Which is why I was so curious why they had written that the way they did. Nope, you didn't get anything. And yes, it revives again.
Okay, I guess
Perfect.
it's pointless to kill it again.
Yeah. Which is why I was asking, are you sure you want to do this? And off goes a cat.
I figured it was worth trying at least.
Yeah. Alright, so you have a lot of dimensional beasts and some very tough ones. Yeah, go ahead and let Setsuna get the kill, so he'll trip his support. Great, he can move again. So you have two tough things, one weak thing, and one weaker thing, and one very weak thing. And the Virtue... I wouldn't move the Virtue if I was you. I'd just go ahead and use its long-range attack. Okay.
No.
But if you do that, if you are going to move it, then make sure you move it.
What's wrong with the heavy arms?
I have no idea. Because the heavy arms is supposed to be support attack and not defense.
Okay, I have to just...
Yeah, that's support attack level 2. I don't know, but just... I guess the heavy arms is glitched.
Well, I guess I'm not going to be using the heavy arms. This is still more damage than I can do.
Yeah. Who knows, maybe if you throw another level of support attack, it'll take effect. Maybe. Sniping. Alright, yeah, scope rifle. So, scope dog, or...
Should have done that the other way around. Oh,
Is it gonna be
God.
Churko, or the heavy arms, or the getter?
Since Chirro cannot reach the other one...
Oh, look. Now it's working. Now the heavy arms is doing support attacks. Hold on, what is up with that? I have no idea. But suddenly the heavy arms is, working for support attacks.
Okay. Whatever.
Okay, game. Okay.
The important part is it's working.
What are you having Chiriko do?
I don't know, actually.
I don't think that's gonna work. But it's okay, that's why, you know, you've got the support from the heavy arms. It's good enough. Alright, and now, fire everything. He's got a lot of ammo for it. We can't let those who've seen a Gundam get away. We'll use everything. Just fire literally everything you have. Always fun to see. Even if it feels like it should do a lot more damage than it does.
Remembering someone going, you know what, I think we can add on to the Daka. We can make something greater than Daka. And proceeded to have their... I don't quite remember what it was, but... the heavy arms throwing the sand rock. Just to add into the attack.
Sure. Why not? I mean, the heavy arms and Sandrock seem like they get along pretty well. I'm sure they wouldn't, you know, be too upset about that.
I'm sure he totally wouldn't come back for revenge with the Zero System on accident.
I am 100% convinced that would not happen, but...
Only because Zero System.
But yeah.
How does one define an enemy?
It's a good question. And not one to go into today.
That's next thing. There are 2 enemies left.
Propulsor cannon?
I was gonna say, let's... Okay.
Goodbye.
And get the kill with...
Get used to this, you probably won't see too much of the Gecko go. As we will be losing it in a while. On stage 30-something. And it does not come back.
Yeah, it does.
No, it does not.
No, it's just the devilfish.
Yep. You do not get the Gecko go back once it leaves. How much HP does that one have?
Like 400.
Use the Ptolemus if you can. Certain someone could use the healing. And the Ptolemus can certainly use levels. Oh!
You just go.
You just got cheer.
Of course they would.
Cheer on the Ptolemus.
I'm guessing that, yeah, it's not that.
You do have lock on, however. If you want that. Focus, there, or lock on. But yeah. Here's hoping this is the end of the stage. Yep, just finish with the Danku sword. You watch this one a lot, don't you? The animation for it. Just thinking.
It's just because I forget to skip it most of the time.
But yeah. Both the invaders and the dimensional beasts have been destroyed. All that's left is... You want to put an end to things, huh? Alright, let's go! Let's go, Red Dancougar! We'll finish this with the Danku blade! Wait, oh wait! There's another invader! What? You got an opening! Ah, this is bad! Invaders coming from behind! At this rate... Shit! Come on, you lot!
No,
That's out of nowhere.
Do not climb that.
An ally appears. That's... To think that the invaders would split apart and come at us separately. We'll go ahead and punish these brats.
What the...
Oh yes. Let's do this!
Oh, the original Dancougar!
Yes. Because the Dancougar Nova is not the original Dancougar.
It was just designed based on the original Dancougar. But the question is he Fog Sweeper?
Who knows? Yes. And so...
Do I get
So
it
this
now?
is the power Or the god who has transcended both beasts and humanity.
Will I actually get the Dan Cougar here?
No, not yet. But you will get the final Dan Cougar later. Chit! Looks as if I went a bit far there. I'll remember this Dan Cougar. What's up with that? Is that all? Is the thing that beat up the red Dan Cougar also a Dan Cougar?
3 Dan Cougars!
That Dan Cougar's sword. It was the Dan Cougar sword. Oh well. With this done, I guess I've taken care of my mission. Although I bet someone's gonna chew me out when I get back. Wait! Who are you guys? That's right. We're the last trump card. You can call us the final Dan Cougar. Final Dan Cougar? See ya! They left already. The last Dan Cougar. I wonder if we could call it the final Dan Cougar. Yes, he called himself the last Dan Cougar, and his unit name is the final Dan Cougar. What does he mean by the last? Is he gonna come back and try and finish us off? I don't know. But he didn't seem like he was really trying his hardest to get rid of that red Dan Cougar. The red Dan Cougar and the final Dan Cougar. What mysteries are they? At any rate, it looks like today's stuff's been mopped up. And we took care of the World Liberation Front that infiltrated Azerbaijan as well. Celestial being. Can you hear me, Marina Ismail? Setsuna F. Seiei? Is that really you? That man, what is he doing? Be quiet and watch. That's a surprisingly friendly thing for you to say. I don't understand it either. What? That man, Setsuna F. Seiei, is the same as Relina. Marina Ismail. Everything that's up to here is... Everything that happens after this is up to you. Both for us and this country. Fight for the sake of the god you believe in. Setsuna? Alright, all I can do is hurry up and retreat. Rendezvous point is at 1710. I will become a Gundam. Celestial being and Setsuna F. Seiei. You can feel free to take care of the cats that are in the way.
Yeah, I've been doing that. I've removed him from the room 3 times.
Have you shown off for the camera, Tagami?
No, he is not.
Little fat kitty. Back to the Dragon's Hive. And so, what was up with that red Dan Cougar? I don't know. However, since it's been fitted with the same generator, you can call that as well a Dan Cougar.
This is Tagami. He's very large.
You know about it? Yes, this is our fattest cat, Tagami. He may not be the largest, but he's fat and, very lazy most of the time.
Paul might be larger. He might be fatter as well.
I think Paul's more fluff than fat, but... Yeah. Isn't there anything you know about it? Let's see. Well, according to the combat data you sent to us, it looks like it's probably manned by a single person. Why would that be? Let's see. There's no gap in... How would you know that? Because there's no gap in its movements. Since we've got 4 people working together here, there's a bit of a gap with the movements sometimes.
There's no hesitation.
Then shouldn't you guys just have made a single pilot Dan Cougar? I mean, it's not like the 4 of us are working together because we like it. I mean, the places we were born, the lives we've lived are completely different. We just got dragged along into this. If you really think that that people like us would wind up with any kind of teamwork, that'd be really wrong. Our Dan Cougar has 4 pilots. That's just the way it is. Tagami, stay away from the shelving. Please do go and fully remove him.
I did. I put him...
Yes, I think you may need to take him further. What's with that? I don't know. After all, as I've said, in our organization I'm merely middle management. I don't know everything that's going on after all. And you're back to saying that again. Alright, let's change the question. What was with that last Dan Cougar that rescued us? The way that pilot spoke sounded like he knew about that red Dan Cougar. That's also unknown at the moment. That final Dan Cougar thing, but the way it looked and the parts it was equipped with looked a lot like our Dan Cougar Nova. It did, didn't it? I was pretty shocked as well. I guess there's no point in talking to you anymore, Mr. Tanaka. Just tell your boss for us. Quit it with all the secrets and crap. Alright, I'll be sure to tell him. Alright. I pray for your success and everyone in Texas says, Tagami, stay out of the room.
I literally took you down a floor.
You're causing problems, Cap.
Tagami.
Alright. Nate, we'll go ahead and take that as an expression of faith in us for now. Enough with all the secrets and crap. Or so it would seem. I suppose this is a good point. It isn't a bad thing to want to know what's happening. And I suppose it is and it finally appeared, the Red Dan Cougar. What about its abilities? It's equipped with an optical stealth system and high-speed mobility. It looks as though it's got to focus on aerial combat. However, since it only has a single pilot, it can't carry out the original Dan Cougar's plan. I see. So it doesn't have the Dan Cougar's original design. Yes. However, that will be a problem, won't it? In order to deal with them. That's why the Dan Cougar Nova exists. I suppose they're interested in it as well. Well then, I suppose we shall merely observe the actions of the Red Dan Cougar. The R Daigon. You know its name? Ah, yes. With this, all of the actors have been prepared. However, I think it's a bit too early to be showing off the trump card, isn't it? It was something we couldn't have ignored. Let's see. It appears as though Ragnar Harvey has purchased the Zolbrain company. Ragnar Harvey. He appears as though he's got quite this thing that's going on in the background, Dan Cougar and the change and the reformation of this world. We won't be able to say we're unrelated much longer. Back to Azda-san. So, what's happening with Setsuna? He and Heero are currently being lectured by Tieria. That Heero guy. Even though he was supposed to be watching over Setsuna, he just lit fire under him, didn't he? I mean, didn't I say? See. Even though he may be silent and seem like the sort of guy who's always carrying out his missions at optimum efficiency, he'll just rampage as much as he wants. I guess this time we should have listened to what his long acquaintance duo said. Yeah, in order to watch over an emotional rampaging pair like that, we need another person to be in charge. Right, Crow? What's with that? After Heero, you're gonna stick me in the role of guard? Well, I mean, you're all stuck in the same role, right? Alright. In that case, go ahead and prepare 100G for me. Even if I am poor, I'd rather you pay me something. Yeah. In my case, even if you give me 200G, I'm not gonna want to do it. By the way, what's up with Setsuna saying Setsuna's constant thing he's saying of "I'll become a Gundam"? You see, even we don't really understand what he's saying at times. Well, isn't that fine though? Thanks to him, today's mission went pretty well. Although we did have a lot of problems. Well, let's forget about that for now. Oh, I mean, we finally were able to come back here after finishing our mission and do a bit more sightseeing, right? You people, you were still in Aztestan? I guess so. By the way, what happened to the World Liberation Front? It looked as though they were about to move, but it looked like that they got wiped out in an instant. Not in the place where they were fighting against Celestial Being, the Giant Cougar, the Black Knights, and the Gundams from the colonies, along with a whole bunch of other weird machines. Do you know something about that? Sorry, miss. No matter how you look at us, we're just your average citizens. We don't want to get wrapped up in any sort of conflicts.
Says the two least trustworthy looking people.
Yes, say probably the two least trustworthy looking members of our crew. Yes, because who would believe someone like Ryoma? At least Ryoma and Musashi aren't giving their crazy smiles.
But of course, Ryoma's to be believed, except when he says he doesn't want to fight.
Sure.
That's just a blatant lie.
If so, then why on earth did you all come to this country when they're having such political instability? It's because we're interested in this country, particularly in the Princess Marina Ismail, and how she thinks. Are you talking about that pacifistic ideal as espoused by the Saint Kingdom a couple of years back? Of course. Of course we are. Sure, I mean, even if it's impossible for something like that to be carried out today, I'm sure those ideals will surely be achieved someday. What's important? What happens after this? I guess. And that's just true. That's true for everyone. What's really important is what'll happen from here on. Thanks. I'm glad I was able to meet you people. Same here. Your articles. I enjoy them quite a bit. Alright then. Maybe we meet at some other battlefield. Do you think that they realized who we are? Who cares about that? If it winds up turning into a problem, we'll just have to deal with it then. Well, if you're going to take that sort of stance, we won't say a thing about it. But Sess has caused a problem for all celestial being. We're going to have to deal with that. Are you going to assassinate Princess Marina, who knows about you? See. Unfortunately, that will be... Yeah, no. No, see.
Unfortunately?
No, not quite. Yes. Yes, that's not going to be the case. Let's see. Of course, if she does wind up spilling our secrets, though, we can't guarantee her life. Well, she is who she is, after all. Well, if she was to be assassinated, I'm sure there'd be a huge uproar. We had too many things out of our control this time. Seems as though Thierry's not that happy about it. Well, he's way too serious. And besides, celestial being is something that's needed for this world. You've got it pretty tough constantly being stuck watching over them all, huh? If you really think that way, then why don't you take over watching Setsuna and Heero for a while? That's a completely different story. Completely different issue. Melina Darlian? I know it's rather rude of me to ask people I don't know about this. But if you meet a boy named Heero Yuuy, I'd like you to tell him this. I look forward to seeing you again. I don't know who on earth that Heero guy is, but if I should happen to meet him, I'll be sure to tell him. Thank you very much. She knows about Heero? From the way that is, it looks like she doesn't have any intention of talking about us. Let's see. After all, even though Heero and I met back in Area 11, she completely pretended not to know us. Leaving alone the people who know your existence is a failure of an agent. Don't say that. If he really does get found out, it'll just become an even bigger problem. But hey, with things as they are now, everything's alright. We just have to hope that Princess Marina will be the same as that girl before. I'll just keep praying. Like that. Looks like she's heading towards this place. Inside the palace. You're going to refuse our assistance? Yes. I'm very sorry that you had to come all this way to be turned down.
No.
But why, Princess Marina? Yeah. Why would you refuse the assistance of both the Elimination Kingdom and the Action Corporation? See. My stance has changed when it comes to relying on outside aid to bring this country back together. See. In order to try and find a better way to fix everything, I'd like a bit more time. Even if while you're saying that, more citizens will die? Oh, cat.
I wasn't expecting to do this much
Using
trouble.
violent means and power in order to change the situation will only lead to further conflicts down the line. See. I want to change this country in a way that everyone can be happy with. You don't understand anything about politics, do you? Do you think that people let you get away with such naive idealism in this world? It may be as you say. What I'm saying is pointlessly idealistic. However, as the princess of this country, I'm going to try. I believe that I can try and change this country in the way I want. Is that really okay? You may very well go the way of the Sank Kingdom. I'll try my best that won't happen. Coming here was a complete waste of time. Since you refuse our aid here, we won't offer it again, you know. Let's see. If such a point in time comes that we really do need our aid, I'll lower my head and do anything you ask, no matter how many times it takes. Do you really not have any pride? There's not anything that pride can accomplish on its own, is there? Very well then. We're leaving. I won't see you again. How unfortunate, Princess Marina. I have a feeling you're going to regret this. Seems as though... Oh, they left pretty strongly there, huh? With their aid, we definitely could have revived the country's economy. Let's see. But that would mean that all of our citizens would be completely dependent upon them. That's exactly right. But let's see. In order to protect the future of our people, well, I ignored what could have helped them today. Look up, Marina Ismail. Let's see. The only one who can decide if that was the right choice or not is you. Setsuna F. Seiei. Can I even fight? Just like you, who's choosing his own path. That princess was pretty impressive, wasn't she? Even if the World Liberation Front's plan failed, see, we figured that fear from that time would be enough to force her to come to our aid, and yet she completely took the opposite actions. See. Our plans to utilize force failed, and even our backup plans using conservatives failed as well. I suppose with this, our great plans to use Addistan have completely failed. I don't want someone like you to tell me that. See. In order to obtain assistance from the Frontier Fleet, we've almost used all of Elimination's DECs. I believe that should be Dimension Energy Crystal. If Project Azume fails with this, Omniscious. Omniscious. Oh, believe in him. Don't worry, just believe in him. Since we've come this far, there's no way we can go back after all. There's no point in whining about it now. Oh, we're already in way too deep. For my own personal amusement, and for the sake of your country, the Menesia's future, we're cooperating with him after all. Alright. And I guess it's about time for me to cut off funding to the WLF guys. Ah, don't look so glum. It's almost time to meet with him.
Don't go after the new.
It's good to see you all. I'm Liard. We've been waiting for you, my friend. Alright, it's about time to move on to the next step, isn't it? Sione Regis and Carlos Axine Jr. Alright, I'll give you the information on the next step. New York, UN headquarters. Peace Preservation Council. Alright, and that concludes the next mission report for Zexus. Understood. Let's see. So the human... Let's see. In the utmost secrets, the two squadrons shall meet up in the Human Reformation League. Let's see. Thanks to our defeats of the World Liberation, or the Peace Preservation Council's been able to start some more talks in the area. Let's see. In response, as a part of this, Zexus shall be moving against the World Liberation Front. However, to think that they would have a secret base within the HRL? Yes. We're going to have to hurry up to take out their organization and stop whoever's backing them. So as a first step to that, we're going to be heading towards the Takuramakan Desert Base. Exactly right. And we're going to have Zexus stand at the forefront of the assault. Understood. And I'll have the two squadrons meet up at once. I know. Oh. The people who go after Zexus will only continue to rise. However, it's something that has to be done. I believe that they'll be able to overcome this. I don't need you to tell me that. But this is the only plan we have. It's the only choice we have. So.
That was a long stage.
Yep, 2 hours for a single stage. I'm not sure if we can do another one at this point.
Yeah, I don't think we
However,
can.
We do have everyone back here. So we'll go ahead, we'll probably cut here, but we'll go ahead and give people a couple of things here, assign people to stuff. I'm going to...
You need PP.
If that's what you think is needed, go ahead and give the shuttle PP. That's a good idea. That should give them enough.
Because I want more PP on him.
And Dygard is a good idea. With Dygard, pick Dygard or the shuttle. You'll be able to give them energy the resupply ability.
I'll give them both, because...
Okay.
Just in case the shuttle is required.
It's not, usually, but...
kills, yeah. I'll give him kills instead.
You can either unclick him, or you can just click him over here. So, yeah, Takara's a good idea. Koji's a good idea. Who else have you got? You've got 3 pages of people. You've got Simone, probably a good idea. At the top.
I might as well put a couple kills on.
You have Alto down 1. You have Jeffrey at the bottom. Ozma in the middle. Michelle, Luca, Ozma.
Why did Michelle get more kills?
Because Alto starts with none.
No, I mean more kills than Ozma.
I have no idea. We still have 1 more page of people. Yeah,
It's
you've got
just
Renton
the
in Holland.
I'll put Renton in because I know I will wind up having to use him later.
People who need levels.
Sure. Definitely.
That's bad.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go replace him up there. But it should be fine. Yeah. Next page. It's because they send the people you use to the top. Yep, there he is. Or salaryman. If there's no one else you plan on actively using, go ahead and just level up weaker guys so that they can provide you with more money.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. Sure, and with that you ought to have exactly 5 people left, I think. Yep. Ozma, Clan Canaria, Referee in Holland.
While I do plan on using those ones, I'll still just up them there for now.
Okay.
Kills, levels...
Money.
Fair amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean...
Alright. So, at this point in time, I think we'll go ahead and cut and come back tomorrow to find out what's going on with our reunited forces. Sorry for the short episode this time, but that took a lot longer than expected. So, we hope you all have had a good time and are enjoying this as much as we are.
Ah, keyboard.
We'll see you all on Monday.
This keyboard.